everyone, and welcome back to another episode. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul. It's wonderful to see all of you again. Emma, how are you doing today?
Hi, Paul. I'm doing great, thank you. The sun is shining, and I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm doing well too. I had a nice cup of coffee this morning, so I'm ready to go.
Coffee is so important, isn't it? I can't start my day without it either.
Same here. You know, Emma, speaking of daily things like coffee, that actually connects to our topic today.
Oh, you're right. So, everyone, today we're going to talk about English phrases for daily conversation.
Yes, this is such a useful topic. We're going to share more than 50 common phrases that native English speakers use every single day.
Exactly. These are phrases you'll hear all the time in real life, at the store, at work, with friends, everywhere.
And the best part is, these phrases are simple and easy to remember. You can start using them right away.
Absolutely. So, Paul, should we organize these phrases by category, like greetings, then small talk, then other situations?
That's a great idea. Let's start with greetings, because that's usually the first thing you say to someone.
Perfect. Okay, so the most basic greeting is just hi or hello. Everyone knows those, right?
Yes, those are universal, but we have so many other ways to greet people too, like, hey, that's very casual.
Right. Hey is super common in American English. It's friendly and relaxed. You can say hey to friends, coworkers, even strangers in casual situations.
Exactly. And then we have, how are you doing? Or how are you doing? These almost always follow the greeting.
Yes, so the full exchange might be, hey, how are ya? And the typical response is, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
That's the standard, but we have variations too, like, how's it going? Or just, what's up?
Oh, yes, what's up is very casual. Young people use it a lot. It's like asking, how are ya, but more informal.
Right. And the funny thing is, when someone says, what's up, you don't always have to answer with something specific. You can just say, not much, or nothing much, you?
That's true. It's not really asking for detailed information. It's just a friendly greeting. What about, how's it going?
How's it going is somewhere between formal and casual. You can use it with almost anyone. And you can respond with, it's going well, or pretty good.
Great explanations. We also have good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. These are more formal, but still very common.
Yes, you might hear these at offices, stores, or restaurants. Good morning, how can I help you today?
Exactly. Okay, so that's greetings. Paul, what about when you're saying goodbye? We have lots of phrases for that too.
Oh yeah, the basic one is goodbye, but honestly, most Americans just say bye.
That's true. Bye is much more common than goodbye. And we also say see you later or just see ya.
Right. See you later is probably one of the most common ways to say goodbye in American English, even if you don't actually know when you'll see them again.
That's so true. It's just a standard phrase. We also say take care when saying goodbye.
Yes, take care is friendly and warm. It shows you care about the person. What about have a good day or have a nice day?
Oh, those are super common, especially in customer service. Like at the end of a transaction, the cashier might say, have a nice day.
Exactly. And you can respond with you too or thanks, you too. Okay, Emma, should we move on to small talk phrases?
Yes, small talk is so important in American culture. It's how we connect with people and be friendly.
Absolutely. So one classic small talk topic is weather. We Americans love talking about weather.
We really do. Common phrases are nice weather today or beautiful day, isn't it?
Right. Or if the weather's bad, you might say, it's really cold out there, or looks like it's going to rain.
Yes, and the response is usually something like, yeah, it really is, or I know, right? Just simple agreements.
Exactly. What about weekend plans? That's another common small talk topic.
Oh, yes. On Friday, people often ask, any plans for the weekend? Or what are you doing this weekend?
And you can respond with, not much, just relaxing, or I'm going to visit my family, or whatever you're actually doing.
Right. And on Monday, people ask, how was your weekend? And you say, it was good, or it was great, thanks.
These are automatic conversations that happen in offices and schools every single week.
That's so true. It's like a routine. What about compliments? We give compliments in daily conversation, too.
Oh, yes, compliments are important. Common ones are, I like your shirt, or nice shoes, or I love your hair.
And when you receive a compliment, you should say thank you or thanks, I appreciate it.
Right. Some people feel shy about compliments, but you should just say thank you. It's polite and gracious.
Exactly. Okay, Paul, let's talk about phrases for asking for things or making requests. These are really useful.
Good idea. So the most basic is can I have? Like, can I have a coffee, please?
Yes, or could I have, which is slightly more polite. Could I have the check, please?
Right. Or I'd like, which is short for I would like. I'd like a sandwich, please.
These are all polite ways to request something. What about asking for permission?
Oh, for permission, we say can I or may I? Like, can I use your phone? Or may I sit here?
May I is more formal and can I is more casual. Both are correct, though.
Exactly. And if someone asks your permission, you can say sure, or of course, or go ahead.
Yes, those are all positive responses. If you want to say no politely, you can say, I'm sorry, but, and then give a reason.
Good point. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm using my phone right now. Or, I'm sorry, but this seat is taken.
Exactly. Being polite is important. Okay, Paul, what about offering help? That's another daily situation.
Yes, common phrases are, can I help you? Or, do you need any help? Or, let me help you with that.
And if someone offers help, you can accept by saying, yes, please, or that would be great, thank you.
Or, if you don't need help, you can say, no thanks, I'm good. Or, I'm okay, but thank you.
Right. Always acknowledge the offer, even if you decline. It's polite.
Absolutely. Emma, what about apologizing? We have lots of phrases for that.
Oh, yes. The most basic is I'm sorry or just sorry. These work in most situations.
Right. And for more serious situations, you might say, I apologize, which is more formal.
Yes, or I'm so sorry if you want to emphasize that you really mean it. What about when someone apologizes to you?
Good question. You can say, it's okay, or no problem, or don't worry about it.
Exactly. Or no worries, which is very casual and friendly. I use that one a lot.
Me too. It's so natural. Okay, what about expressing agreement, like when you agree with someone?
Oh, we have so many. The most basic is I agree, but we also say exactly or absolutely.
Right, or that's true, or you're right. These all show agreement.
And the very informal one is I know, right? Especially among younger people. Like if someone says, this coffee is so good, you say, I know, right?
Yes, I know, right, is super common in casual conversation. What about disagreeing?
Disagreeing politely can be tricky. You don't want to be rude. You can say, I see your point, but, or I understand, but I think.
Those are good. Or, I'm not sure I agree, which is gentle. It's better than just saying, no, you're wrong.
Definitely. Being diplomatic is important. What about expressing thanks? We have different ways to say thank you.
Yes, besides thank you, we also say thanks, which is casual, or thanks so much, or thank you very much.
Right, and for big favors, you might say, I really appreciate it, or I can't thank you enough.
And when someone thanks you, you respond with you're welcome, or no problem, or my pleasure.
Yes, anytime is another good response. It means I'm happy to help you anytime.
Exactly. Okay, Emma, what about asking for clarification, like when you don't understand something?
Oh, that's important. You can say, sorry, I didn't catch that, or could you repeat that, please?
Right, or what do you mean? Or can you explain that? These are all polite ways to ask for clarification.
Exactly. And if you didn't hear something, you can say, excuse me, or pardon, or sorry, what was that?
Yes, don't be afraid to ask people to repeat. It's much better than pretending you understood when you didn't.
Absolutely. Communication is important. What about making suggestions?
Good one. You can say, why don't we? Like, why don't we get pizza for dinner?
Or how about? Like, how about going to the movies? Or let's go for a walk.
Right. And if you agree with the suggestion, you say, sounds good, or that sounds great, or sure, let's do it.
Exactly. If you disagree, you can say, I'm not sure about that, or maybe we could do something else.
Good examples. Emma, what about expressing opinions? That comes up in conversation all the time.
Yes, you can say, I think, or in my opinion, or I believe. These all introduce your opinion.
Right. Like, I think this restaurant is really good, or, in my opinion, summer is the best season.
And you can ask for someone's opinion by saying, "What do you think?" or "What's your opinion?"
Exactly. Or, how do you feel about this? Like, how do you feel about this movie?
Great examples. Paul, we should talk about some reaction phrases too, like when something surprises you or excites you.
Oh, yes, good idea. So, if you're surprised, you might say, really? Or, no way? Or, are you serious?
Right, or wow, or oh my gosh. These show surprise or excitement.
And if something is impressive, you say, that's amazing, or that's awesome, or that's incredible.
Yes, or if something is funny, you say, "That's hilarious," or just laugh and say, "That's funny."
Right. Reactions make conversation more natural and engaging. What about expressing sympathy?
Good question. If someone tells you bad news, you can say, "I'm sorry to hear that," or "That's too bad."
Or that must be tough, or I hope things get better. These show you care about their situation.
Exactly. Empathy is important in conversation. Okay, Paul, what about some phrases for ending conversations?
Oh, good point. Sometimes you need to end a conversation politely. You can say, well, I should get going, or I need to run.
Right. Or, "It was nice talking to you," or "Let's catch up soon." These signal that the conversation is ending.
And the other person usually says, yeah, talk to you later, or see you around.
Exactly. It's a natural way to close the conversation. What about phone conversations? Any specific phrases?
Yes, when you answer the phone, you usually just say hello, or sometimes, hello, this is Paul.
And when you call someone, you might say, "Hi, is this Emma?" or "Hi, Emma, it's Paul."
Right, and to end a phone call, you say, okay, I'll talk to you later, or all right, bye, or take care.
Yes, phone etiquette is a little different from in-person conversation. Okay, Paul, we've covered so many phrases today. Let's talk about some common expressions.
Good idea, like it's up to you, which means you decide, or I'll let you choose.
Or "no big deal," which means "it's not important," or "don't worry about it."
Right. What about by the way? We use this to introduce a new topic or add information.
Yes, like, "By the way, did you hear about the new restaurant?" It's a conversation transition phrase.
Exactly. And speaking of which is similar. It connects to something you just mentioned.
Right, like if you're talking about restaurants and then you say, "Speaking of which, where should we eat tonight?"
Perfect example. What about to be honest or honestly?
Those introduce a frank or sincere statement, like, "To be honest, I didn't really like that movie."
Yes, and actually is used to correct something or add unexpected information. Actually, I'm from Texas, not California.
Good example. We also say, "You know what I mean?" to check if the other person understands.
Right, or make sense, or does that make sense? These all check for understanding.
Exactly. And the response is usually, "Yeah, that makes sense," or "Yes, I understand."
These little phrases really make conversation flow naturally. Emma, what about filler words? Should we mention those?
Oh, yes. Filler words are those little sounds or words we use while thinking, like or
Right, or you know, or like, or I mean. Native speakers use these all the time.
They do. They're natural pauses in speech. English learners shouldn't worry if they use them too.
Exactly. They make you sound more natural, actually. Just don't overuse them.
Right, everything in moderation. Okay, Paul, we've covered so many phrases today.
We really have. We talked about greetings, goodbyes, small talk, requests, apologies, agreements, thanks, and so much more.
And all of these are phrases that native speakers use every single day in normal conversation.
Exactly. These aren't fancy or complicated. They're simple, practical phrases for real life.
So our advice to viewers is learn these phrases and practice using them. They'll make your English sound more natural.
Absolutely. And don't try to memorize all 50-plus phrases at once. That's too much.
Good point. Pick a few, 5 or 10 phrases that you think you'll use most and practice those first.
Right. Once those become natural, add a few more. Build your vocabulary gradually.
Exactly. And pay attention when you watch TV shows or movies in English. Listen for these phrases.
Yes, you'll hear them all the time in real conversations. It's great practice.
And don't be afraid to use them, even if you make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Absolutely. Making mistakes is part of the learning process. Just keep practicing.
Well said. Paul, I think these phrases are really the foundation of daily English conversation.
I completely agree. If you know these phrases, you can handle most everyday situations.
Right. Whether you're shopping, working, socializing, or just chatting with neighbors, these phrases will help.
They're like tools in a toolbox. The more tools you have, the better you can communicate.
I love that analogy. These phrases are your communication tools.
Exactly. Okay, Emma, should we give our viewers some final tips?
Yes, my first tip is practice these phrases out loud, even when you're alone. Say them until they feel natural.
Great tip. My tip is to try to use at least 1 or 2 new phrases every day in real conversations.
Yes, real practice is the best practice. What else?
Pay attention to the context. The same phrase can be formal or informal depending on the situation.
Good point. Like, hey is casual, but good morning is more formal. Choose appropriately.
Exactly. And my final tip is listen to how native speakers use these phrases. Notice the tone and rhythm.
Yes, the way you say something is just as important as the words you use.
Absolutely. Intonation and tone convey meaning too. English is more than just words.
Well said. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today to learn these daily conversation phrases.
Yes, thank you all for watching. We hope these phrases help you feel more confident in everyday English conversations.
Remember, these are phrases you'll use over and over again, so it's worth spending time learning them.
And don't stress if you don't remember everything. Just focus on a few phrases at a time.
Exactly. Learning a language is a journey, not a race. Take your time and enjoy the process.
Perfect advice. All right, everyone, we'll see you in the next episode.
Until then, keep practicing your English and keep using these phrases in your daily life.
Yes, the more you use them, the more natural they'll become. Good luck, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.